So I finished all of Altered Carbon in one go, and I think it's much, much better than the critics are giving credit for. And I think that one of the reasons is that from the first couple episodes, you get a certain impression of what the show is going to be like that really doesn't do it justice. Now, from the first couple episodes, the impression you might get is that it is visually beautiful, and all the visuals are beautiful, but in particular, the cyberpunk setting, they do it as well as Blade Runner. When you have the hovercrafts going through the dark sky and the neon signs and the holograms and the black market operating below, it's as good as Blade Runner. Now you could say, since they're copying Blade Runner, they don't deserve as much credit, but nonetheless, they nail it. And the other thing you'll notice is they nail the noir vibe with the jazz music, the femme fatale, the protagonist who's almost an anti-hero, strong silent type, tall, dark, and handsome, doesn't say a lot, but is very bitter and sarcastic, investigating this crime. Now you may think that the sci-fi aspects are going to be used more as a draw to get people in, occasionally touched upon, but not really explored in any depth. This is where I think people are wrong. And if you really stick it out with this series, you'll be amazed at how much they really explore a variety of different sci-fi ideas, not even just the main one. This was my biggest surprise with the show, just how many sci-fi concepts they tried to grapple with, and not everything landed, but a lot of it did, and you've got to appreciate the effort. If I compare this to Blade Runner, either the original or the new one, is no comparison. And sometimes I even feel they tried to do too much and too many sci-fi concepts, and it was a mixed bag where some worked and some didn't. Same with the violence. Some was excellent, some not so much. Same with the monologues. Occasionally, they'd hit a great line and the monologues would be really on point, but for the most part, the monologues were a bit indefensible. Now, I actually didn't mind the monologues at all. I know some other people will, and I know that you could say that the dialogue in general wasn't the greatest on this, but I think there were moments of great dialogue, and I just think if you look at the show on the whole, there was so much ambition and they tried to do so many things, and so much of it worked that there are definitely flaws and criticisms you can make, but just the amount of goodness that was in all 10 episodes just outweighs any minor quibbles you can have. And if you think you're not going to like this show because of the whole whitewashing controversy, I think if you give the show a chance, you'll be completely surprised. By the end of the show, our characters who are on the good side, we have 2 black women, we have a Latino woman, we have a black guy, we have 2 Asian men, and we have a Muslim guy, and those are only the characters that I can think of off the top of my head. So it's really, I don't think you can criticize the show for its overall diversity. There are minor points you can criticize it with, but if you think that there's no diverse characters by the first couple episodes, you're going to be surprised. Bottom line, if you're a fan of sci-fi, definitely give this one a chance. Don't be turned off by the reviews, and don't be turned off by the first couple episodes, because my experience of watching the show was first couple episodes, I thought it was good, but nothing special, and I didn't think it was going to blow me away. And then episode after episode just got better and better until by episode 7 or 8, I thought this show was absolutely incredible, and I couldn't wait to talk about how great it was. Episode 9 or 10, a bit of a letdown for me for sure, but nonetheless, again, so much goodness there. Whatever minor quibbles I have, I can't get too mad about. So I definitely watch the show, and then I'm going to link in the description all my other videos I make after you've watched the show that you can watch because it's a really awesome show, and I'm making lots of videos for it.